Hello friend, Jim here with JB's Big Adventure coming to you from Lake Chapala, Mexico. In this video, as you saw by the thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about 5 important tips for you to not only find a great rental, but also be able to get it for a great price and know what you're getting. But before I get to that, if you haven't already, I'd like to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's a great community. I know you want to be a part of it. All you got to do is go to the bottom right-hand corner. There's a red box. Tap on that and you're subscribed. You'll know when our next video comes out. Also, go ahead and give us one of those thumbs up that lets other people know it's a great video to watch about retiring to Lake Chapala. So now let's get to the good stuff. So I have had a bunch of emails probably over the last 2 weeks with viewers wanting to know about the prices and does it make sense that they come now to check it out? Are all the prices driven up from the expats being here and such? And, you know, I hear a lot of things a lot of times. And for one, what I'd tell somebody is if they're looking at moving here, you move here now. Now's the best time. Don't wait. Make it now. I will tell you there's availability. So some things here, I want to give you some points that you might even want to take some note on this because of the fact this is really important. I want to encourage you to not follow the chatter that you see on Facebook or on social media. One of the things I do is when I'm on Facebook, I've got a Facebook page. I do nothing with it except one thing. And that is when there is someone that has a question about something here at Lake Chapala, what I'll do is I'll actually message them the link to the video to whatever it may be. It might be a real estate agent. It might be an immigration attorney. It might be a restaurant. I mean, whatever it may be, I'll send them a video to take a look at that. And so that's really all I do. I mean, there's times where I'm on there, I see folks saying things about properties or about the gringos or about the expats driving up all the prices, or you can't find something in a certain neighborhood. And I will tell you that those things aren't true because I come across great deals all the time and I put them up on the channel. Now, I can't go out and take videos of all of them and always have them on the channel because this is not a real estate channel. But what I will tell you is that there are properties that are readily available. And I want you to think about this. If you wanted to say something, anything about Lake Chapala, and you go to Facebook, and you could literally say something that it isn't even true, do you realize that there will be people that see that, and they will make a decision whether or not to come to Lake Chapala? That's how much power social media has today. And what I want to let you know is I live here. We've lived here now for over a year and a half. I see what goes on here. I know realtors. I was in real estate for 10 years. I mean, I will just tell you that what people are saying just isn't correct. It's not right. So just know that it's easy to put anything on Facebook and people are going to look at that and think that that's God's truth. And you know what? It isn't. So I just want to let you know, don't get wrapped up in all of that. If you've got questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll have my email up and everything for you to be able to reach out to me at. So don't let the chatter on Facebook concern you, because I know that there are those of you that are conscientious, really want to look at coming down here, and the price is an important thing of rentals. So I want to let you know, I would never tell somebody in that neighborhood you can't find anything for less than $1,500. And I say baloney. You know, I got a property right now. I saw on Facebook somebody saying that there's no properties available for like that. And here's what's really interesting. I've actually had people with email me and tell me that I'm lying. I'm misleading people because the properties I got on there that I'm putting on there aren't really the price that I'm showing for the rental. And it's like, are you crazy? Why would I give you the rental agent's name or the real estate agent's name if in fact that wasn't the price, or if in fact that wasn't really the rent, that rent that was actually being requested for that apartment or house or condo. That's so ridiculous. I don't have time for that kind of stuff. So I'll just tell you, people say, well, you can't find this there, you can't find that. Well, I have found it. And I don't do a whole lot more, except I'm always looking. My eyes are always open. Number two is rent before you buy. I know that some have called it the 6-month or the 1-year rule, that you're not going to buy anything, till 12 months, till you're here, till you see what the area is like. Well, I just had that proven to me that a recent couple that I was with, actually with the relocation service, they came, and in just a matter of a few days, they found a house they liked and they bought it. And I'm really proud of them. I'm really, the fact that they came, they found something they really wanted and they bought it. It's great. They're great people on top of that. But I'm really glad that they found a place that they wanted to own. And I know they'll be happy with it because it's a brand new. I mean, it's one of those kind of deals that you just don't find every day. It's one of those kind of deals. And it would be one that somebody would say, that's not available here. You're not going to find that here. You won't find it for that price. So my hat's off to them for coming here from the States and buying a house. The thing that I would not guard against, but I would encourage, is to, if you're looking at moving here and you're not really knowing what you're looking for, rent for a year. Because after 6 months to a year, you're going to know where it is here that you want to live, more on a permanent basis. You'll know what area you want to be in. I mean, Barbara and I, we're in San Antonio, and we love where we're at. We don't deal with all the the rubble, with all of the cobblestones, like the majority of all the other neighborhoods are like that here, except for Marisol also has the locked brick. So that's just an idea of renting before you buy, so you know exactly where you're at and what you're getting. So the best time to rent's now. So it isn't something where you got to wait, because if you find something that you really like and you really want to know and understand what it's like, or what it really looks like, because there's a lot of things that happens in real estate in regards to videos and or pictures that are taken, and I'm going to get to that in just a moment. So December through March typically is the best time to find rentals. That's now, December through March. I've done a lot of looking, and it looks like those are the time frames that a lot of rentals are actually rented up, because of the fact that that's a time where a lot of folks like to come to Lake Chapala. As I mentioned, there's exceptions to the rule, that if you know exactly what you're looking for and you find it here, hey, by all means, make sure you grab it, because it might not be available for long. Number 3, know in advance what you're looking for. Now, if you have a list of 10 items, or you have a list of 20 items, or whatever it may be, and they've got boxes beside all of them, and you say, I need to have this, 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 and this, and those boxes are checked, well, if you're checking all those boxes that are important to you, that's a great place in your eye. That fits all the things and the parameters that you're looking for. So I just put a few things on here, and that is, what's your rental budget? What are you willing to spend on rent every month? Brainstorm. If you're a couple, brainstorm on the features that you're really searching for. And as I say, you're going to want to be somewhat flexible, because you might find a place that, if you got 20 things on a list and you've got 14 boxes checked, it might just be that you're flexible enough to realize that those other 6 things you're willing to live without. So make that something too that you're willing to do. Start early and search often. Start early. Start now. If you're looking at coming down and you're going to be here in February, if you're going to be here in April, or whatever it may be, start looking now, because you could very well find something that you're really interested in. Again, know what you're looking for. 2-bed, 2-bath. You're looking for a place that allows pets, easy access to transportation, close to grocery stores. That's really an important thing. Walmart, the bank. How about having a yard? Maybe that you're okay with a second floor. Cobblestone. Does it need to be gated? Are you looking for a place that has a washer and dryer? How about it being furnished? Fast internet speed. That's a big one people talk about. And that's one of the things I share when folks come down and we go down to the relocation service of what the areas are the best that you want to. Those are the areas that you're going to be best. Internet speeds here at Lake Chapala. Again, I want to say this again. And it's real easy to find people. This is another thing I find. There are people that actually say things on Facebook that aren't even here. They're in the States. They don't live here. They're in the States. They're not experiencing this place. They're in the States. People tend to want to say anything about everything. And I said before that opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody's got one. Some people you'd swear they have 3 or 4. But just know that don't listen to all that. Don't listen to all that. Do your searching. There's things on Facebook all the time. There's also other places that you can look also to find a good place for you to rent that you'll be very happy and excited about. Know what's included in the rent. That's number 4. Know who's paying for what. This is really, really important. So what utilities are you responsible for? That's really important. What repairs are you responsible for? Who pays the pool boy? How about the housekeeper? How about the gardener? Those things are important to know in advance. And are those things you're willing to do? I will tell you this, it's real inexpensive. Utilities here are really inexpensive. So you're able to have a housekeeper. And Barbara and I have got it. We know a lot of other people have also. And you know what? I like supporting the Mexican people here. And trying to give as much to the Mexican folks in regards to, places that we eat and, just being a support to the culture here in Mexico. So it's important to know who pays for what. This is probably the biggest one. The lease agreement that you will sign will most likely be in Spanish. I know there's some people that take it in Spanish and use Google Translate into English. I will tell you, it's so easy to miss something. And now you're responsible for something you never had an idea about being. I tell folks, if they're here, make sure you do a walkthrough before you sign anything. Now, and I'm going to share this at the end, but I've got a service that I do a virtual walkthrough for you. But it's really, really important to know what, in fact, you're getting into. Leasing contracts are boring to read. But here's a key. This is a clue. And I really hope that you get this. If you're watching this and you're really conscientious. Contracts are written by attorneys who go to school for 4 to 5 to 6 years, 7 years. They're written by attorneys for other attorneys to read. It's called legalese. So an attorney puts together a contract for another attorney to be able to look at and understand exactly what's included with it. So when somebody's looking at renting a place, you want to make sure you have it reviewed first. I will tell you, I already know of some folks here that because they actually, I had a link to a real estate attorney that actually went through and said, this is not a good contract. This is not going to be in your favor. Now, are there times where things can be negotiated? Absolutely. But it's important to know what your rights are. It's important to know what you're being expected to pay for. It can be full of implications and have major effects on your day-to-day life. That's huge. I mean, you literally could be signing something that you didn't know you're signing, and yet it has incredible implications in your life. Stuff that your IOUs that you're paying for. They're saying that there's going to be something done in the backyard, and they're going to expect you to foot the bill of the guys coming and digging up what they're going to do and replace something. You need to know what's in the contract, what your landlord is expecting from you, and what you can expect from them. Under which conditions can the lease be terminated? Because you might get into a situation where you don't want to stay there long. Or what happens sometimes is somebody goes and rents a place, they pay the first and last rent, maybe a pet deposit. Also, they make the first month's rent. And it ends up being you're there for a week and realize this isn't what you signed up for. I mean, this isn't what you like. And there are people who just leave. They're walking away from thousands of dollars because they just don't want to be in that situation anymore. It's better to know what you're signing than it is to find out after you've signed it and you're disappointed. And it's just really, really frustrating how do you just change it now? You sign something, or do you think actually you're just going to be able to take to somebody and say, oh, okay, well, no problem, we'll go ahead and fix it, then you can sign it again. I mean, you want to know that up front. Another thing, you want to know what the recourse is. If you're signing something, what is the recourse? What type of clauses are in there that protect you as the renter? Remember, we're in Mexico, and things are done differently here than the States. So that's a real reason why I'm even putting this video out, because of the number of people I've had actually email me over the last 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I've just seen a need to put this out. Here's another thing. Don't rent based on what you see online. There have been all kinds of things I've seen happen. I've seen people actually look online and they go to rent a place and end up finding out that the furniture is actually different than what was in the picture. Now go figure. You're renting a place because you like the way the furniture looks. You like the way it's all set up, whatever it may be. And you get there and it's gone. Or they replaced it with something else that you don't like the same. I know Barbara and I, we were looking at a place before we moved where we're at now, and went and did a video. And so I took the video, and a number of months later, because we got this place, we actually let somebody else know it was moving down here that was looking at moving in, or moved in. And the furniture there today is totally different than what it was in the video. And we're talking about a video that was probably 3 months old. So the video had been out for like 3 months or so, and it had already changed. The furniture had already changed. They decided to do something else with it. So that's really important to know. Real estate pictures are normally done with wide angle lenses. Makes it look larger. What they want to give that full view of what it looks like. So just know that when pictures are done about properties, normally it's with a wide angle lens. It's like a normal thing in the real estate industry, because you want to know what the size of the rooms are. What does it look like now? That's exactly what I'm talking about, is knowing that that's going to be the furniture it's going to be in when you get there. It's important to check out the neighborhood, to know something about the neighborhood. And, there's times where there's noise going on, or it's an area that has a lot of activity that might be something that you're not looking for or you're not willing to have there. So let me share with you the solution to all this, because I've gotten so many requests. I just want you to know that there's a solution. So I offer a service, and you find something online that you really like. What I do is I go and create a virtual tour for you. I go in, I do a video of the inside of the house, outside of the house, front yard, backyard, up and down the street in the neighborhood. When I'm able to, I fly my drone up so I can actually see what the neighborhood looks like. And so in that, once I've been there, and there's times it takes me about an hour to do the video, then it takes probably 2 to 3 hours, if not more, to edit it. And then I put a link together that you can actually send you, and then you can actually see the video of the house. Because of the fact that there's folks like Barbara and I. I'll use our example. We came down the first time April of 2021. That was last April. And we met somebody who had a friend that owned a house in Birds of Paradise, which is where we lived for a year when we first got here. And we saw it. We really liked it, but it was on the second floor. We didn't want to live on the second floor. So it turned out that Barbara, when we had gotten back to the States, Barbara was looking around online and saw that there was a unit that was available at this condo, and that places were going from that to that second floor unit that I'm talking about. They were renting that out for $1,700. $1,700. We found a place in the same place, and it was a bungalow. In other words, nobody's above you, for $650, and everything was included. So people says, well, those kind of deals aren't here. Well, they are here. Okay. We live in a house in a gated community. There's no cobblestone, and we pay $650 a month here. Now we pay the utilities here, but the utilities, internet, gas, it's propane, water, and electricity. It isn't even $100. It's a lot less than that. It might be $45, $50, and that's included high-speed internet. So you want to know about the place where you're looking at going to. And then when that's sent to you, we're having a conversation. We're having a conversation, and you're asking the questions that you want to ask about. What kind of time frame does it take? In fact, I forgot to mention this. What I also try to do is I try to take a video of the highway. In other words, where's the highway at, and what's the drive like down to or up to the house, the condo, the apartment. So Barbara and I, when Barbara went online and found this place, we dealt directly with the manager of the facility. She'd been there for like 25 years. We really felt comfortable with her. She's just a good gal. And so we basically rented this place sight unseen, except we had some pictures. And I got to tell you, when we got here, now the trip down here from the States was absolutely a disaster. And I got a video coming out about that too, our disaster coming down. But when we got inside and turned the lights on and saw it, it was really something else. It was so much better than what we thought it was going to be. I just, it was one of those moments that I think we both felt really beat up, because when we drove down, we just had a terrible experience. And we just figured this is just going to be another place that we were going to live in. And it was absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Beautiful, gated community, made friends really quickly, pool, everything was included, high-speed internet, we had TV. It was just amazing. Just amazing. And there wasn't a service like this available. So I've had folks ask me if I would be willing to do this. And so I have been doing it. And it's been something where I've done these videos and folks have actually moved here. They've rented the place and then they've moved in, and absolutely excited about the place, because there's some certain folks that I use that help me out with the second part of the transaction of helping them get into the apartment and all, the house, condo. So it's really worked out. And so if there's a place that you see that you're wanting and it's important for you, you like where it's at, maybe you've been here before, you pretty much know where it's at, or you're coming down and you see something you really like, it's the price that you're looking for, I'm more than happy to help out. And what you can do, again, just email me your info, email me, and then go ahead and include your phone number so I can get back with you and kind of discuss things there. So 5 things, 6 things, 8 things. Look at my sheets here. 8 things. I hope this has really been helpful for you. I'm not going to say it breaks my heart, but it doesn't make me feel good when somebody comes down and thinking something and then it not being that. Um, I mean, literally, you could hear things on Facebook, and you get down here and find out that's not really the way it was. And you could have taken action earlier. So, just like I said, in the beginning, what you want to be doing is search now and search diligently, because there's places out there that are available that there'll be people saying they're not available. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I really do. I want everybody's experience when they come here to be a great one that they really feel good about being at Lake Chapala. And so that could very well be you. So, friend, if you haven't already, I'd like to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's a great community. I know you want to be a part of it. Just go to the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, tap on the little red box. You're subscribed. You'll know when our next video comes out. Go ahead and give us a like. Let people know. Thumbs up. Let people know that it's a great video to watch retiring to Lake Chapala. Stop by and say hi. Leave a comment. Ask a question. Even an idea of a video. And then make sure you hit the bell, because that way you'll be immediately notified when our next video comes out. And you don't want to miss our next video. So as always, thank you for being a part of this community. Have an awesome day. We'll see you on the next video.